Claire, we want to share the overview program. Again, with the overview of the day, we started with introduction to Heart and the Parcel and International Women Day by Hanan and opening speech Kaysara Sharaz, founder, curator, and executive director of MacFest, Kokolong, Middle Eastern preserved fruits, vegetable techniques with Rawiya, how to learn a language for life with Khadija, dresses, dances, and decoration with in Afghanistan with Lisa. The last presentation was a role model with the woman inspiration with the Paramita. The last one and the closing panel with the Hafsa Mekki. She's our trustee and chair of Heart and the Parcel. Okay, but first I want to say something about Hafsa. Hafsa, she is a former Trinity qualified ESOL teacher. She is a trustee and member of the team. She offered her skills and knowledge to support Heart and the Parcel. And I met this beautiful lady when I started with Heart and Parcel uh, as a trustee. Then I built up an amazing relationship with her. Uh, what can I say? She's just very clever and humble person. Over to you, Hafsa.
Thank you, Hanan. Wow, I don't know how to even begin to sum up all of those amazing, amazing presentations today. But I'll try. I'll try. So just an introduction, Hanan said, I'm Hafsa. I'm a trustee of Heart and Parcel. So before my role as trustee, I was Heart and Parcel's biggest fan, which I know now many people will fight me for that title. It's an organization that has won the hearts of many, many people. It's even traveled to Japan, and we even have fans from Japan here today, which is lovely. I'm sure at this point, you all already know the basis of what Heart and Parcel deliver as an organization. And I think you've seen from today that alongside boosting English language and cooking skills, they help their learners in so many other ways. I think the event today was a really good representation of how they've helped build confidence. They've helped build lasting friendships and close bonds between the learners and the volunteers, and anybody who takes part in any of their events. And just making that step for to help one person stop feeling less isolated or lost or lonely is such a great achievement, and they've done that for so many people. So following this event, just a few thank yous. So the first thank you is to Manchester City Council for the funding to put on this event. They've given our learners an invaluable experience and a great platform to be able to share with others their culture, their traditions, and their experiences. From being a supporter myself and a viewer watching this event, I also know how important and valuable these events are for us joining in on the other side. It's been so lovely to have the opportunity to learn about a different culture, tips and hints on learning a new language, the cookery demonstration, and the inspirational role models at the end. They all provide us with priceless skills and a better understanding of the world around us, which is always wonderful. So of course, a thank you to our wonderful presenters. You were absolutely fantastic. I was saying to my husband before that this event has been on from 12 until now, and it feels like it's been 10 minutes. Prior to this, I had my child crying for 30 seconds and that felt like a lifetime. So time flies when you're having fun. We know that. So the first speaker, thank you to Kesra for being with us today. I'm certain that a lot of women attending will have been in awe of your talents, inspired by your constant battle for equality and enriched by your wisdom. Thank you for your real life stories that will resonate with so many. Being relatable is so important. Having somebody who's lived the experiences that you have and being able to see yourself in that person helps us in so many ways. Thank you for your messages. Nothing is impossible, nothing comes easy, never be afraid, celebrate and support other women. They're ones I'm sure we'll all take on board and we'll keep bringing back into our minds. And thank you for your writing. It was a lovely passage to hear, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be wanting to buy the book straight after this and have a little read themselves. Moving on to Raria and the cookery demonstration. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I already mentioned in the chat, it's such an important skill to learn how to pickle and preserve and use up everything that you have. And I think everyone felt the same when I say you were so professional. It was like watching a cookery show on TV, but better because it was real. You showed the same professionalism as a famous chef, the same clarity, but you actually gave us something that we can achieve as viewers, and that's important. You have ingredients that we can actually buy, and you cooked in a kitchen that looks like ours. So it's so important. It's like I said before, being relatable and something that we can actually aspire to be and achieve is absolutely great. And on top of your great skills, your great cooking skills, you enriched us with your culture and your stories, which make it an even more heartwarming experience. In the conversation, Hanan asked about your inspiration and your cookery inspiration. You asked about, you mentioned getting inspiration from your mum. And I think that's something that was so nice about you giving the demonstration. You are far too young to be my mother, but it felt like my mother was in the room teaching me these things. Mothers are kind, patient, understanding, and you showed all these just through cooking, which is truly remarkable. Khadija, knowing 4 languages is so impressive. Some people ask me what languages I can speak, and I list maybe 4, and I think I know about 3 words in each of them. You know them at such a detailed level. Even in the room I was with, so even speaking with the other viewers, Paramita and Veronica, who again know more than 1 language, this isn't ordinary. You are all truly extraordinary. Your English is so hard to learn, for one, so the fact that you learned another language after English and it didn't put you off, that shows such persistence and perseverance. I love that your language learning journey is a story, and it's such a beautiful story, and it was a challenging journey, but you managed it so well and you've been so successful. Not only have you been able to become multilingual yourself, you've managed to pass this on to your children, which is an amazing talent to pass on. Something that can't just be, we learn languages in school, everybody knows that doesn't give you the whole picture. Lisa, instant amazement when you switched the camera on. You looked beautiful, and everyone knew you looked beautiful. Thank you for not just telling us, but also showing us about your culture. We learn with all of our senses, and we can't be physically in the room together at the moment, but you did so well in making us feel like we were actually there. And that is such a skill. Thank you for your surprise. I was absolutely ready to come round, as was everybody else. And looking at your presentation skills, I can imagine your cookery skills being just the same. So I'm sure you've had a delicious meal this afternoon. And finally, Paramita, thank you for helping us focus on the important message for International Women's Day. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to stop and look around at the wonderful women around us who inspire us, why they inspire us, and what their inspiration means to us. Thank you for introducing us to new women to look up to. I think we can all agree that we can never have enough inspirational women in our life. I love the qualities you displayed of your mother and the other role models, some which you mentioned: selflessness, forgiveness, compassion, determination. They help provide us with motivation of what we can aspire to be. We often think of role models, we might look at maybe what they look at on the outside, their profession, maybe what they have, and we forget to look at the qualities that they have. And that's the thing that initially inspires us. Just to put into perspective for all the amazing speakers today, I myself came to England when I was 10 years old, but I arrived to this country having previously attended a British school. My parents were British citizens and both English speakers. English is my first language, and I visited England every single year to see my extended family here. So even with all of these advantages, I found it really, really hard to assimilate to life in England when I moved here. Even with a large number of hurdles already crossed, I found the integration process extremely difficult and isolating. Seeing the wonderful achievements of all these remarkable women, seeing them create these spectacular and insightful presentations in a language that is not their mother tongue is truly inspirational. I'm sure most of you would agree that presenting in front of people is a nerve-wracking experience in itself. And once you add into the mix, doing it in another language, it takes an extra level of courage. I think there is no doubt that everyone who has attended their sessions has nothing but admiration for them. And I just hope that they see themselves just how special they are. There is a saying that they use when you talk about a lot of minority groups about having to work twice as hard to get half as far. And when you see how far these women have come and you then think back to the amount of effort they've had to put in, it is truly mind-blowing. And last but definitely not least, a huge virtual round of applause for Hanan.
Thank you.
For the people who were in the breakout room with me, I chose Hanan as my role model. For me, Hanan is Heart and Parcel personified. The adjectives that we use to describe Heart and Parcel and Hanan are the same: generous, passionate, driven, good food. All the wonderful, wonderful things about the organization are also within her. She planned and brought us all together at this superb event, and I know you'll all agree with me when I say she has done an incredible job. As you all know, Hanan started off as a learner at Heart and Parcel and has taken her experience to the next level. She's gone from being a learner to working with the charity as a volunteer coordinator, a learner coordinator. She helps with the events. Her job list is endless. Khadija mentioned, she got us talking about language, what is language, and we discussed ways of communicating, and it got me thinking about the phrase, a stranger is a friend you've never met. And meeting Hanan, and I don't speak Arabic, so being able to communicate with her in English is such a blessing for me, because she's a prime example of the assets we miss out on when we can't always speak to somebody and get to know them. Because if I wasn't able to understand her and vice versa, she's made all the hard work learning English here, I would be really missing out on knowing her. I think everybody knows what an asset she is to her community, to her family, to Heart and Parcel, and everybody who's ever met her is is in absolute awe of her. So to end the presentation, if you don't mind just sharing the link, Claire, would you like me to send it?
Yeah, I've got it here. I'm just putting a link in the chat for everybody.
Yeah.
So if everyone could go to menti.com and use this code, and then Hafsa will give you some instructions.
Yeah. So if you go on that website and use the code, and if you add one word, you can add up to 3, but if you add one word, you can do it on your phone or your computer, of how this event has made you feel. Oh, wonderful. So you can see from the board, the words are emotional, inspired, grateful, mesmerized, proud, humbled. And the reason why I asked you to do this activity is I'd like to end with a quote from Maya Angelou. And her quote is, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." I chose this quote as after every Heart and Parcel event, I leave with an abundance of positive feelings. Whilst I may forget specific details or the facts that I've picked up today, luckily there will be a recording so I can watch it back. I'll never forget the feeling of inspiration and amazement that you all have given us. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Hafsa. Really, thank you for all those amazing phrases and words. But I think we share the same thought, the same feeling about Heart and Parcel, because it have been a real experience in a life, not just about me, but about all women. We did classes, events, projects with us because I think Carolina or Claire, they believe in all women's skills. That's I have just to be proud to be part of the team. And what can I say? Thank you so much for your feedback. Really, I'm gonna cry. And thank you for all volunteer, for all supporter today, and along with Heart and Parcel. But I have just, yeah, thank you to everyone for such fantastic day. And I hope you will enjoy it and you had a lovely, lovely, lovely moments. And the last thing, don't forget to share our website in Instagram, in Twitter, and use the hashtag Heart and the Parcel International Women Day, hashtag Strong Manchester Women. And please have a look to our YouTube channel, Heart and Parcel YouTube channel. And in our website, Heart and the Parcel website.org, you will find everything, every information about our the previous or the next events, and our reports for the previous project as well. And yes, thank you, Warda. Thank you so much have been, for have been such attendee today. Thank you for Penny. Thank you for Nina. Thank you for Veronica, for Aya from Japan. What can I say? I'm just happy to have you today with us. And maybe Claire will say something in the last one. Claire, yes.
Oh, just thank you so much to Hanan and to all the speakers. It's been absolutely wonderful, and to our lovely volunteers and to our fantastic participants. Please don't forget this day. It's been amazing to share this time with you all. Thank you so much for all of your efforts, all of your interactions, your engagements, and we hope to see you all soon. As Hanan said, just keep in touch with us if you want to learn English with us, if you want to volunteer with us, if you just want to be in touch with us. Don't forget the website, Instagram and Twitter, and just find us there. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a lovely, lovely afternoon and a very happy Women's Day to you all.
Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you. No, we have to stand like this because it's a Women's Day. All the ladies, we will take a picture. Yeah. You can't take a picture, Claire.
I can try.
Try, please. Yeah. With the picture with all ladies.
Oh, brilliant. I've got one there. I don't know if a few more people want to unmute, put their, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Oh, fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you, everybody.